everybody, and welcome to Uber Grace. Don't forget, we got over 130 of these very short teaching videos on the channel, and they are helping people all around the world. So please share them, watch them first, share them, comment, like, unlike, message me, whatever you want to do. But let's get the glorious good news of life in all its abundance out there. Jesus was born into a time where everyone was really super religious. The pressure on you to be Jewish enough, and not just any kind of Jew, the right type of Jew. You had to be, not that they call them Jews then, but you get my meaning. They were just, it was the powerful pressure that was on everybody. This God that was out there, that we contacted once a year through temple worship, was out there judging you and looking down, but loving you, and you know the thing. And then you got all the other people from around the Roman Empire that ended up in the Jesus area, and particularly Jerusalem. And they all had their gods of war and sex and love and live and all the other different things. And they were really into their gods too, and doing all their sacrifices and maybe superstitions and whatever we want to call them. They were very devout, whatever, so we probably shouldn't call them that. And there they were in this complete melting pot of absolute belief. Along came Jesus and said, well, you know what? There's a kingdom and it's inside of you. There's a power, there's an authority that's there and it's within you. There is heaven, there is universe and it's within you. The royal power of the universe is not far away, it's not over there. You don't have to stretch to a God somewhere. I mean, when he was talking about prayer, he said, Our Father, who is where? In heaven. Where did he say heaven was? Inside you. So yeah, you know, he wasn't talking about being out there and stretching to the skies and God is up there like a lot of the Old Testament talks about. He came to correct that and say, actually, all that you need is within you. You are one with the divine. You are one with God. You are divine, actually, because you're one, united with the divine. God is love. The Father is love. You are one with love. You are whole. You are already whole. These are amazing things that he brought to us. Why am I telling you this? I've told you all these before. Well, if you look in a dictionary and you'll see the word holy, it will say separated to something, which is a weird thing to say, separated to. Normally you're separated from. But that's a bit negative, isn't it? So holiness is actually separated to, and it's actually a wonderful thing. It's been made into something really awful and religious and boring and drab. And actually to be holy is to be exactly what Jesus was talking about. He sent this whole crowd of people out into the world, not full of Judaism, or all the different Roman, Phoenician, Greek, Egyptian gods that were floating around Jerusalem. They didn't go out with any of these external gods. There was a group of people going around loving like no one had loved before, and having this hope of glory within them, this Christ within them, this divinity within them. They were going out with that. And they were telling people, look, like Paul said, I tell the Gentiles, I tell the non-Jewish people, Christ is in you, the hope of glory. So they were going around telling people, this is in you, this is the good news. It's already there. The divine is within you. You are one with the divine, with God. This is holiness. When you're one with God, when you're one with love, you're one with the divine, you are whole. Everything you need and want and desire is there inside of you. It's just amazing. And it's a whole different story to all the people in all the different modern Christian denominations that are talking about being holy. Remember in the 90s we wanted revival and we all had to be a bit more holy. I mean, we got rid of the telly. We drank less, but didn't rule it out, of course. You know, you mustn't do this, you mustn't do that, and it almost became like a Puritan thing, is really what came out in the 1600s, didn't it? And so it's just awful, and really, being holy is actually about throwing all that stuff off, throwing all the religion off, and actually just being who you are. Can you imagine what it looked like when you saw Peter or John or any of the others turning up, and they weren't worried about doing the right worship to Jehovah, what had been their God. He knew that was inside them. He was inside them. She was inside them. They knew. They had that assurance that they were not separated at all. And they didn't have to look out there or pray out there or say, come on down, because he was already here. Didn't have to welcome Holy Spirit to the church service because they didn't go to church services. They just lived their life, having a great time, being holy, unlike the holiness movement today and the Pentecostal church that came out of the holiness movement, which is just so awful in so many ways. Anyway, I hope that gives you more questions than it does answers. Please share and like and watch and tell people about the channel, and I will be with you in the next one. Ta-ra now. Bye.